Welcome everyone to Santa Fe and my native state of New Mexico. Let me please share with you a few facts about Santa Fe's rich and interesting history. For more than 400 years, this city has represented the convergence of Native American, Spanish, and Anglo-American cultures of all descriptions and types. Santa Fe site was originally occupied by a number of Indian Pueblo villages with founding dates from between 1050 and 1150. Most archaeologists agree that these sites were abandoned 200 years before the Spanish arrived. And about 13 years before Plymouth colony was settled by the Mayflower Pilgrims, Santa Fe was established with a small cluster of European-type dwellings founded between 1607 and 1610. The Spanish laid out the city according to the laws of the Indies, town planning rules and ordinances which had been established in 1573 by King Philip II in Spain. The fundamental principle was that the town be laid out around a central plaza. On its north side was the Palace of the Governors, while on the east was the church that later became the Cathedral Basilica of St. Francis of Assisi. Santa Fe would soon become the seat of power for the Spanish Empire north of the Rio Grande and capital of a province of New Spain, making Santa Fe the oldest state capital in the United States. Santa Fe is the site of both the oldest public building in America, the Palace of the Governors, and the nation's oldest community celebration, the Santa Fe Fiesta, which was established in 1712. What is said to be the oldest church structure, the San Miguel Chapel, is just down the street on the old Santa Fe Trail. This beautiful inn, the Hotel Loreto, is adjacent to the famous and historic Loreto Chapel. Bishop Lamy, the first bishop of Santa Fe, built the cathedral, which is just across the street from the hotel. He wanted to establish a school for girls, and to do this, he imported nuns from Loreto, France, and Loreto Chapel was built for them, based on the model of a French church. The entire school and chapel were surrounded by a wall, which still stands around the property today. The legend goes that when Loreto Chapel was completed in 1878, there was no way to access the choir loft. Carpenters were called in to address the problem, but they all concluded that access to the loft would have to be by a ladder, as a staircase would interfere with the chapel space, which is very small. To find a solution, the sisters of the chapel made a novena to St. Joseph, the patron saint of carpenters. A man appeared at the chapel with a donkey and a toolbox looking for work. Months later, the elegant circular staircase, which has two 360-degree turns and is built without nails, was completed, and the carpenter disappeared without pay or thanks. After searching for the man, including an ad in the local newspaper, they found no trace of the carpenter. It is an interesting story. And you can go see this beautiful and elegant staircase just across the street from the hotel. To sum it up, Santa Fe is truly a place unlike any other. Welcome, and I urge you to discover as much of Santa Fe as you can while you are here. Our thanks to everyone who helped to plan this conference, including co-chairs Chief Justice Durant from Utah and David Byers, the State Court Administrator from Arizona. Other members of the Planning Committee include Justice Jimenez from Utah and our own State Court Administrator, Artie Pepin. We also would like to thank the National Center for State Court Liaisons, Danielle Hirsch and Patty Tobias. In closing, I hope this conference will again be an opportunity for each of you to exchange ideas and best practices about productive ways to meet the often daunting challenges facing our courts today. Although I will not be attending in person, I extend my best wishes for an exciting, enlightening, and enjoyable conference.